Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. So in today's video we have the AMG GLE 53 and we also have the Tail of the Dragon. So we are going to take this family SUV through 318 of the twistiest roads for the Tail of the Dragon. This is the first SUV that we are driving on the Dragon. Everything else has been a two-doored or basically a coupe.
Yeah, sports car.
Sports car. So we're gonna see how this family style SUV performs because it has that coupe-like design to it. It has that sports car kind of design.
It's interesting because we have 429 horsepower. We got the 4MATIC all-wheel drive, all the handling that the AMG should have. It's just lacking a V8, but you don't need a V8. So we got plenty of power, plenty of handling in a luxury SUV.
So let's hit these turns, see how it does. All right, yeah, it tells you how much power you're using.
Now this is an SUV.
Oh my goodness.
So we can't forget that.
Yeah.
Those bumps are like, I feel like we're so high off the ground.
We are so high. We've been driving sports cars all day.
I feel like I'm on stilts.
Wow.
At least you got grab handles on each side.
I know, this is crazy. Now, we haven't made it to the twisties just yet. It feels like we're kind of floating a little bit.
It does.
I do have it in the AMG Dynamics. I don't know if this particular model has different suspension settings. I would assume so.
Yeah, it's fully loaded.
Being
It's got
the AMG.
Active air ride, all that good stuff.
Yeah. So like,
now would you rather have the gauge cluster with all the performance data or the navigation screen?
I'd probably have the navigation screen, although it's cool to see that, but we've done this road a few times. It's probably cooler to see the other stuff because we're not going that fast in this.
I will say the comfort level, this is insanely refined, and the Mercedes has not only heated seats but heated surfaces. My armrest has a nice heater in
This
it.
model does?
Yeah,
wow.
my whole armrest is heated. So this is definitely an elegant experience in a Mercedes Benz.
I mean, I will say, this is impressive for not being the 63, right?
Yeah.
Is that the next model?
I'm not too familiar with all Mercedes, but yeah, whatever the V8 would be.
Yeah.
Seems fast enough.
This is, I mean, if you could definitely take it on this road if you had to cut through, maybe take a shortcut.
Is it better than the Mustang?
Dude, this is way better than the Mustang.
So a family SUV is more fun than a Mustang.
Way better than the Mustang. I would take this over that EcoBoost all day.
It's not that bad as a passenger. I just feel like I'm in a really comfortable seat. And it so effortlessly glides over bumps.
I am thoroughly impressed with this handling and its steering too.
Yeah.
This is all-wheel drive?
Yep.
I don't feel any understeer. You know, we're not going pedal to the floor.
Yeah.
But like even coming, pedal to the floor right there, and it shifted for me.
Yeah.
So you know, it's not like a true sports car, obviously. But if you are looking for a car, you need practicality, even though this has that coupe-like design, you know, for rear storage, whatever.
Yeah.
If you're looking for something practical, you know, you want to put the kid seats in the back.
Yeah, and haul some luggage.
Yeah, and you want a performance vehicle.
That's impressive.
Dude, this is cool. Like, everyone looks at the car like, oh, look, you're losing all this cargo space, blah, 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 whatever. Like, but until you drive one, we've never had the opportunity to drive a car like this in a setting like this.
The curious thing would be is if you got a normal version that's a normal SUV,
well, yeah,
would you really lose any of the performance?
Right.
So I think the coupe design is just the look.
True.
I would still get a normal SUV shape because you get practicality.
But like we've still, regardless of the shape, we've never done this.
As far as an SUV goes, the fact that this is doing this so well is mind-blowing.
And we're probably even able to keep up with some of the other cars we've had out here today. Probably. Simply because of, you know, the speeds that you can go.
Yeah.
But like even cornering like that, I mean, this is big.
It's a big SUV. It does have 325 wide rear tires.
Yeah, so like traction, not an issue in this at all. And man, so like, you know, if you, you know, maybe you got a sports car in the garage and then you want to take out your family car.
Yeah.
And, you know, do something like this.
I think it's cool these European car makers have these SUVs that are actually good performance cars.
Right.
This gives other sports cars a run for their performance all day. Like, this is a genuine performance vehicle.
Yeah. Like,
and
that's impressive.
You can rip it. That was 5 minutes straight of gripping this on the Dragon, and it handles it so well.
Very impressive.
And these seats, I don't know if they're adaptive seats or not, but they hold you in well, and you're so comfortable inside here.
Yeah.
Like, it's just incredible. And this is a SUV.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much it weighs. It's got to be like 4,500 pounds or more.
Probably something like that.
Dude, like no body roll almost.
Mercedes, y'all did something good with this AMG. Like,
I could get on board with an AMG model because of the performance that you can get out of it.
And it's cool because even though we're in the sportiest modes, it's still so comfortable. So I know if you put this in a comfort mode, like this would just be a cloud.
Yeah.
So the fact that this can then do some good stuff is impressive. Man, oh man. How's the transmission?
It shifts pretty smooth, aside from the fact that it did shift for me a few times.
Yeah.
It feels very, very responsive for what it is. I don't know, probably 8 or 9 speed.
It's a 9 speed.
Yeah. But like even that on the brakes a little bit.
Yeah.
It's so responsive and smooth. Like it gives you, it's almost like my car, right? I have an Audi R8. It's old school, but like it's refined and like dialed in.
Yeah.
Like this doesn't have, you know, that extra, even though it's an AMG, you know, it's an SUV, there's only so much you can do.
It's the baby AMG.
I mean, you could put the massaging seats on right now and have fun.
Yeah.
Like it's that refined.
Are you really, were you expecting this to handle like it is? I'm excited to drive it.
No. I mean, you know, you see AMG, right? You know, AMG is their top performance for their trim levels, but for an SUV on the Dragon, impressive.
Yeah.
Solid car. Absolutely solid.
All right, so I haven't driven a Mercedes in such a long time. Already, though, the steering wheel is so nice. We got the flat bottom with the Alcantara. Like, it feels nice and light and yet direct. Dude, there's so much power with this. And I didn't know Mercedes even made an inline turbo 6.
Yeah. I could see going with the V8 if that's the other engine option.
Yeah.
Just
this
for
is
a
full
power
throttle.
Perspective, yeah.
That was full throttle. It doesn't throw you back in your seat fast.
I think it's adequate for the weight.
I would assume if I was actually buying one, price-wise, I'd probably get the 6 because more economical. So? Well, in real world, you know, what I'm paying for, it's probably much cheaper.
That's true.
Better economical, and yet peppy enough for whatever I would ever do with this.
Yeah, I could see that.
I would want the V8.
Yeah.
It depends, but
like, what do you think, dude? Like,
the steering's phenomenal.
I know, right? For an SUV.
Traction control just cut all power, though.
Oh.
I don't know if it has all-wheel steering or not.
I don't know about that.
I'm curious if it does.
Yeah.
Because the steering seems incredible. Transmission's pretty good.
Yeah, no, it's like it's pretty crisp for what it is.
Yeah.
It's, man.
Yeah, traction control does keep kicking in, though.
Really? I didn't have any problems with that. I wonder if you can shut it off. Ooh, don't look down. You want me to shut it off at all?
I don't care.
All right.
It's so fluid the way it drives.
But I'm very impressed. Now I will say that I bet you like 100% of these AMGs are just gonna go to the grocery store.
Exactly.
But if you want to, and if I was buying one,
traction control off.
It's right here.
All right.
Yeah. If I was getting a vehicle like this, I would definitely get the AMG Performance.
Absolutely, I would. Yeah.
Because I mean,
the fact that this can actually take the tail of the Dragon and you can have fun with it. It's not like, oh, we're doing good for an SUV. It's like,
no, we're
actually doing really good.
Yeah.
Like, it's handling the road really well. All right, so going into Sport Plus, toggling this toggle for manual mode, I think puts us in the correct mode. And then we'll turn traction control off, exit out of there. Let's see if that changes.
Maybe somehow it didn't get back into manual mode when we swapped.
Yeah. I feel like
go.
It does get some nice pops now. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like the technology, it can get confusing. And this is literally, I've never driven this car before. We literally hopped right into it.
Yeah, so it's been a while since we've been around the Mercedes.
I like more simple cars where you just hit the sport mode button and it does everything. So there's just so much tech where it gets in the way for me, where I would choose a Beamer or a Audi over it, just because of that.
You have a lot of shortcuts on the steering wheel that you can program too.
Yeah.
To quickly go through that info.
You can or can't.
You can. Yeah. You have to push on that screen there and then do the dial.
Yeah.
So I think you fixed your problem. You weren't in manual mode correctly, I think.
Yeah, it was cutting me out, which...
That's the first time we're getting the pops, though.
Yeah, I think I'm now in like Sport Plus mode.
Yeah.
So I don't know, the tech takes some getting used to, and it gets annoying to me to where it's like, I just want it on and off, just simple. It's a little bit on the complicated side of a car, but for an SUV and everything, it's impressive how well it does drive. Just gotta get it set up correctly.
Yeah. And
not get too distracted with all the tech, because that can get a little distracting with all the buttons on the steering wheel and all the different other icons. So that's my only drawback with this being a performance car. Obviously, like you said, 100% of people buying this are probably taking it to the grocery store and taking the kids to soccer practice.
Yeah.
That's what people are going to buy this car for.
It feels like, from this side, it feels like the steering is so tight.
It is. I gotta say, it's probably almost...
It might have rear wheel steering.
Yeah.
It's so, like, it feels so shortened.
Yeah.
And you're not turning the steering wheel that much.
It feels like such a short car.
Yeah. Man, it's cool.
I could see getting the V8 because it's not that powerful at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Even though it's got over 400 horsepower, it's a big SUV at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But
you can do it.
I think it really is a true AMG, because I know people think the 53s are not the real AMG cars because they don't have the V8s or anything.
Yeah.
But this really gives you all you need. The V8 gives you that extra flamboyant performance that, you desire, of course.
Yeah. And you get that noise.
Yeah. But not that at all. I just wish Mercedes toned it down with the tech, which they're probably not going to, because their target audience probably loves the most tech-savvy things in the world. I'm not a tech guy. I like it simple. To me, a BMW still has too much information.
Yeah, that's a good bit too.
I like it simple and dialed down, more old school. This performance-wise, the mechanics are there for sure.
Oh yeah.
I just feel like the electronic stuff gets in the way with just setting stuff up. Which, again, that's user preference.
Yeah.
This is full throttle, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's not that fast.
It's not crazy fast. It sounds like a big number, but then you got a big, heavy SUV.
But it's impressive how it does handle well, like a sports car.
Oh yeah.
This would smoke a Mustang all day. Not even a chance. There's less body roll in this than the Mustang.
Yeah. That was interesting to drive.
But yeah, this is a family SUV that you can take the tail of the Dragon on. And once you get it in the correct drive mode, it is a beast.
I think that's going to wrap it up, though.
Yeah.
For the AMG GLE 53.
I never thought we would have a fun time on the tail of the Dragon in an SUV.
I'm glad we got to see what it's like. Definitely kind of the best of everything. I think it can tow, too. You can probably put a trailer up behind it.
And I think, it is it's a good option, even not just this particular vehicle, but any AMG SUV.
Yeah.
The fact that you can get a luxurious SUV, but then still truly have a performance car at the same day.
Yeah.
It's cool that something like this exists.
Yeah.
Where again, too much tech for my personal taste, but I could see this being a great family daily. But then, you drop the kids off, you want to have some fun, you can have some fun.
Yeah. You can rip on it for sure.
Pretty cool. If you guys enjoyed today's video, give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button, and check out all the videos linked below of a bunch of sports cars we took on the tail of the Dragon to get our take on those. But that is it, guys. We'll see you in the next video.